Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going over a speed build tutorial. This is a home in Foundry Cove, which is a neighborhood in Willow Creek. Specifically the bargain bin lot. It is a 30 by 20 lot there in Willow Creek. And what I want to do is slowly rebuild Willow Creek over time. So I want to redo the houses, build the empty lots up, as well to a suburban cottage type vibe for everything. We're starting in the Foundry Cove neighborhood, which consists of 5 of the lots in that neighborhood specifically. And this is kind of the starter neighborhood. Usually if you start a game in Willow Creek, or if you're doing like Rags to Riches or something like that, this is usually the place where a lot of people start. The homes are smaller, the lots are less expensive. So kind of the vibe that I am going for with this neighborhood specifically are 2 to 3 bedroom homes that do not have pools or anything like that. They'll have, you know, cute little backyards, and be a little bit on the smaller side, look more like cottages, little suburban homes, things like that. And yeah, so on this one in particular, this is the 30 by 20 lot. Bargain Bin is the name of the lot, just for reference. So I kind of envisioned a single dad living here with his daughter, and you'll see that as the house progresses, we end up with 2 bedrooms and 1 full bathroom. And so yeah, that's kind of the story for this house. A single dad with his daughter. This ends up being a cute little cottagey house. I know I keep saying the word cottage, but really happy with the landscaping and how everything just really turned out. So yeah, so you can see here I am going for like more of the brick and vinyl siding look, which is just a really classic look. I do cut out, like, I'll start on the landscaping in a little bit in the front. I cut out quite a lot of the landscaping in the back, but you'll be able to see it in the screenshots towards the end of the video. So as you can see here, I'm getting started on the landscaping. I wanted it to be a realistic landscaping, and I guess by that I mean something that seems like it could be kept up by a single parent with a young child in the house, so not something that's too manicured or that would require a lot of money or time to upkeep. So it is a little bit disheveled, which I like. I think it suits the house quite a lot. And but yeah, so I'll let you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, we end up with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, and I struggle a little bit with the floor plan. In a little bit you'll see, because I usually will floor plan before, so I like to at least have an idea of where I want things to go whenever I am building a shell. And so I've actually gotten in the habit of not furnishing homes lately. It's been kind of a nice change of pace to just build a shell and leave it empty inside and floor plan it out a little bit, and that helps me with my ability to floor plan a little bit faster, I've noticed. And yeah, so as you can see, I'm giving a little chimney look. I love chimneys. I wish that we had the way that the chimneys were in The Sims 3, where you could like delete some of the outside areas and things like that. And yeah, so I hope that you guys have been well. It's been a minute since we've done a YouTube video, especially a long voiceover. And yeah, I'm trying to find a good balance between work and all the other social media. I primarily stream on Twitch nowadays, but I really do miss just sitting down and building a house, recording it, and then talking about it a little bit on YouTube. I really do miss that. So I saw someone, I don't remember who it was, but I saw someone using these walls as a fence, and I thought that that was so cute, because sometimes the fence, like the fencing options that we have, like they don't really go with what we're trying to like accomplish. And sometimes like the way that they space out the posts in the middle of them don't line up evenly depending on how long or how short they are. And so I saw someone do this on YouTube, and I believe probably Instagram, and I really like that idea. So I just cut out all that landscaping, but you can see how it turned out here. It was just really time consuming and kind of repetitive, so I didn't want to like be too repetitive with all the landscaping. It's a bunch of debug plants and things like that. I just downloaded the Better Build By debug mod from Twisted Mexi. I'll link it in the description. And it's been a learning curve, but it has really been worth it and really fun. And just a little tip, like from the front of the house that you guys just saw, I really like to put 2 different trash cans out and then kind of angle them. I saw one of my favorite builders did that years ago, and it's just something that stuck with me ever since. I just think that it adds a little bit of realism. And here you'll see where I'm struggling with the floor plan, and I eventually just cut the scene and then come back to the fully, yeah, so there's the floor plan that we ended up with. You can see we have like an open living and dining area, the kitchen, a little bathroom that we're about to start working on, and then 2 bedrooms and a hallway. So I like hallways. I think that it kind of gives a house some direction, because I really like to do open floor plans, but sometimes the houses don't need to be open. Like for instance, the kind of the vibe that I'm going for with these houses are that they are a little bit older. Maybe they've been in the family for a while, been on, you know, and so maybe they're coming into a new owner, someone that hasn't or doesn't have a lot of money to upgrade it, or the house hasn't been renovated, fully renovated in a while. So some of the features are a little bit newer, but also the home is just a little more boxy. It has more walls because that's how the homes used to be back in the day. And so pretty much everything had a room. And yeah, so that's, you see them on like the renovation shows and things like that. People are constantly knocking down walls that aren't load bearing. And so I wanted it to still to feel like it needed a little bit of TLC. It's obviously a clean, a cute little house, but it is a little cramped, so maybe not everything can fit perfectly where it should be. We do end up squeezing a little study nook into this area as well, which I thought turned out really cute, because again, we're in the new age and most people have a computer or a place for a computer. And in my dream build, or in my dream world, we would have a dedicated office for that, but not for this house in particular. So yeah, but I think it turned out really, really cute. I like how the dining and the living room are kind of cramped together, and this is not what the final product looks like. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of mapping out a floor plan with furniture, so just kind of get a flow for the space of how it might function, where the Sims might go, if they're gonna have any like routing issues. And this house is play tested as well. So, but at about the 14-minute mark, which is coming up pretty soon, there will be some screenshots of the exterior fully landscaped, of the front and the back, and the interior, so how that turned out as well, with all the final clutter touches and stuff like that. So I used the Country Kitchen kit in here. I really like the Country Kitchen kit. I think that it's one of my favorite kits so far. And I think it just suits the mood of this house because it's a little bit dated. Like I said, it's more of a cottagey vibe. It's not completely renovated. I didn't want to use like top of the line appliances. Maybe they're a little mismatched. Maybe they need a little upgrade, things like that. But I love a square kitchen. I'm not really good when things aren't like a right angle or square sometimes. So that's something that I'm working on myself, is learning to embrace strangely shaped rooms or rooms that aren't completely square. But yeah, I'm happy with how the kitchen turned out. So we're gonna work on the hallway, just adding a couple pictures in the hallway. Again, the frames are a little bit dated. Maybe they're like a family heirloom, a little hand-me-down, things like that. And so this is the bedroom of our single dad here. And so I wanted it to be kind of masculine. I feel like there's like a little bit of a trope that men are like the things that they pick are more brown and masculine and dark. And so I thought that I would try to go with that sort of theme, but then also add a little bit of personality with like the painting, and you'll see some guitars here in a second. So I kind of envision that this dad is maybe a musician in his spare time, and some of these pieces are hand-me-down pieces, thrifted pieces, which is totally fine. I think that they suit the mood of this room for sure. Throw a little armchair in there, because maybe he likes to read in his spare time. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how this room came out. I don't normally gravitate towards dark brown, but yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And then the daughter's room. So, and also another thing that I kind of envisioned for this house in particular, is I think that it is probably a rent house, and that's why all the walls are white and there isn't any paint on the walls or anything like that. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Anyway, so I'm sure I edited the sneeze out, but so I kind of envision that this is a rent house. So that's why we haven't painted any of the walls or anything like that. So kind of just going for a little bit of a mismatched pink, blue, magenta type vibe. I feel like this child is smart and really likes science, but also of course likes TV and video games, and maybe is a little artistic with their things on the wall, and is coming out of the child phase into maybe a teenager phase. So yeah, anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Here's the floor plan of how everything turned out, and there will also be some screenshots in just a few seconds. But thank you guys so much for watching. It feels good to be back on YouTube. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter as well. Same handle as PlumeGames. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye guys!